Megan Hicks of I Run Far. I'm with Taylor Stack. It's the day of the 2026 Zegama Marathon, and you're the men's third place finisher. How does that sound?
Crazy. I still can't believe it. I'm like hoping that it's not this dream that I'm gonna wake up on race morning from, but I think it's real.
That this is actually the day before race day?
Yeah, exactly. I've had that where I like dream of winning a big race and then wake up and it's like 2 days before the race.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that in the last like hour as I was like pulling into third, but I'm pretty sure this one's real. So
yeah, well, we're all here too, so
Yeah.
you're having an extraordinary dream if
Yeah.
All right, well, this is I Run Far's first interview with you. We've gotten to see you race in a couple different places over the years. I'd love to learn a little bit about you. You're a Western Colorado University guy.
Yeah, I grew up in Salida, Colorado,
Okay.
and then went to undergrad at Western in Gunnison, so just like over the pass from my parents' house. And yeah, Gunnison's awesome. I had a great experience there. I ran track and cross country, and then shifted to trail. I mean, I always kind of ran trails, but my main competitive focus was track and cross country for college years, and then shifted to like more competitive trail scene a couple years after graduating. So
Western Colorado's got one of the few sort of trail teams, but we were talking off camera on the walk over here that you didn't get into that. You did strictly track and field and stayed with that through school.
yeah, while I was in school, it is funny because now I go to all the same races as the Western Trail team, and I'll
You're
train
like,
with
"Hey,
those
guys."
guys. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, while I was in college, I wasn't part of the trail team. I was doing just track, and it's like cross country in the fall, indoor track in the winter, outdoor in the spring. So there's really like no season to. I mean, you can run trail races in the summer, and I would do some like local stuff, but yeah, kind of shifted to like the more like big scene trail races after college. So.
And yeah, so like, I mean, track and field's a great funnel for this.
Yeah.
However, it's a wee bit different there than it is in a place like here. So how'd you make that transition?
I think for me it was easier than it is for some other people. My introduction to running when I was like a young kid was on the trails in Salida. And I used to like run trail half marathons and stuff before I like got really into track.
Oh, interesting.
But then, yeah, I mean, I do still love track and cross country. I think, yeah, like chasing PRs and stuff is super fun. But I was a steeplechaser in college as well, and I think that discipline tends to transfer pretty well compared to maybe some other specialties, just because you're like having to break your rhythm and you're like splashing through water pits and stuff, which is kind of like what we're doing out here in Zegama. So, yeah.
It was a mini Zegama.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you have represented Team USA at the World Mountain Running Championships. Have you done 2 US championships?
No, just one. Last year
one.
was my first Team USA, yeah.
And then 1 season with Golden Trails?
Yeah, last year was my first Golden Trail season. I started running for Brooks, and that kind of allowed me to do the travel stuff and be more involved with Golden Trail. So, yeah.
So you're like sampling the different types of trail running, mountain running disciplines, or just styles?
Yeah, I think I try to, do races that are exciting to me, and like also I love the competitive aspect. Like I want to be competing with the best in the world at the discipline, but I also really like true mountain racing where it's like technical and steep and like maybe bad conditions, and to me that's just kind of the most fun part of the sport. So yeah.
I think that's the good timing to segue to talking about today's race in all of its conditions. Your first Zegama, but not your first sort of burly international trail race. Just like hindsight is 2020. I know the race just happened, but like, what was it like out there today?
Yeah, it was a battle for sure.
Okay.
I mean, it was a crazy competitive field with like, Killian Jornet and Remy Bonnet and people that like...
Folks you beat BTW.
which is still crazy, but it's like, I'd have like a poster on my wall when I was a kid of these guys. So pretty just cool to like toe the line with those caliber of athlete. And then also the course and the place and the atmosphere and the crowd and everything is just totally unique. Never experienced anything like that before. And I knew that, like it has that reputation. And so this was one on the list for this year. I was like, got to make that happen. Yeah.
You're a member of Team Brooks. race. And last year, Danny Patisse, also on Brooks for Italy, he was on the podium.
Yeah.
Were you linked up with him ahead of time, like getting some beta on how this thing works? Or what was sort of like the setup mental prep for you like?
Yeah, I mean, I try to study the course as much as I can from whatever you can glean from like the data and the vert and stuff, and like watching streams from previous years. But obviously kind of going in blind, having never done the race before. But yeah, Daniel, I mean, he's such a strong athlete, it's crazy, and he had a great race last year, and so I was definitely, we have a team hotel, and I was like asking him all these questions, being super annoying, like, what shoes do I wear, like, how fast does it go out, like, but he's a good sport, so.
So, you took it out, I don't know, kind of in my opinion, like a person who had run Zegama before and like sort of felt confident in I don't know, just all of the crazy variables of today. I guess you just felt comfortable, like that's it.
Yeah, I think my racing style tends to be just like get after it from the start, which that can definitely come back and bite you sometimes. But all my best races, I'm like on it at the beginning. But today especially, I was like making a conscious effort to stay controlled and like resist the temptation to go like run with Eluzine on like some of the early climbs, because I mean, it's a 4-hour race. I've never done a 4-hour race before today, so that was uncharted territory for me. So yeah, I've done other marathons, and I did a 50K a month ago, but all of those were shorter time-wise.
Got it.
So I was like, definitely knew that the late miles could be pretty tough if you go out too fast, but still probably went out too fast, honestly. But just whoever can hold on. So yeah.
I feel like there's no free miles in this race. Like maybe just a wee bit in a couple places. How did the course feel to you?
I love the course. I mean, it's so cool, and like crazy amount of vert. It's like 9,000 feet, which is nuts. And it's
a marathon.
Yeah, and super technical. And today's conditions were especially tough with like really muddy, slippery, gnarly. There was a little bit of slushy snow on top and everything. And so you have these spots where it's like very jagged rocks with like slippery grass, mud in between, and you're trying to like move efficiently, but also not like disregard your safety out there, because you could definitely mess yourself up with a bad step. So
did you disregard your safety at all?
I was actually pretty cautious today, I would say. But yeah, I mean, it's all with these types of races, there's always that balance of like, you can totally send it without knowing what's coming around the curve, or you can go too slow and maybe be too cautious, and then you're losing time. So, but I kind of enjoy races that have that dynamic, because you're focused on something other than just the fatigue and the pain of running itself. There's a little more technical aspect. Yeah.
Needing to stay super focused on the terrain. What's coming at you.
For sure.
When did you ultimately move into podium position?
It was not until the last, I want to say, it would have been like 7K from the finish probably, or maybe even less, maybe 5K. But yeah, it was that last downhill, which is just a bomb, and there's some muddy sections, but it's drier than most of the course, and so it was kind of like whoever has legs to just like send it can make up a lot of time, and whoever maybe overcooked themselves on the early climbs is going to be hurting. So that's kind of how it worked out.
And you had some legs left.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with my tactics and how I kind of conserved energy, because I was feeling strong and I was able to move up the last hour going down.
This performance and then your performance at the World Championships up and down race, I mean, those have to be your sort of like internal career bests in trail thus far.
Yeah, the Worlds was amazing. I mean, I had higher hopes. I think I was really wanting to be top 10. I think I could have on a good day, but that's always how it is. And I also got 4th at the Golden Trail final last year. That was probably my best performance before this. And I got 3rd in another Golden Trail race last year, which, I would put those maybe above the Worlds race.
Got it.
But yeah, I mean, just representing Team USA is so cool, and like wearing the kit,
Yeah.
same kit that like the Olympians wear on the track and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
That's awesome.
super fun.
When we were walking over here, you said you were going to fully participate in the Golden Trail World Series this year.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, fortunately, you know, having a sponsor that can help out with travel makes it way more feasible. And it's just an opportunity to travel the world and like see places like this, and you know, see South Korea, go to Switzerland. And, like, when else are you going to do that in your life? Like, this is the time. So I think it's super fun. I love the style of racing, the like shorter. I mean, today was a 4-hour race, but it's like in the trail world, that's maybe even still considered kind of on the shorter end, which is
Just so rude.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoy that for now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna get after it this year and see what happens.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your podium finish here at Zegama.
Thank you.
And look forward to seeing you around the series and elsewhere this summer.
Thank you.